Hello sweet team, welcome back to my channel. This is Sweet Ajele. I am so excited to be with you all today and I hope everyone is doing wonderfully well. In today's video I share with you all how I make my Koose or Akara step by step. Now if you're new to my channel, join the sweet team by clicking on that subscribe button right now. While you're at it, hit that bell and hit all notifications so you'll be among the first to be notified when I upload a video. Let's get started while I take you through my ingredients. The main ingredient is black eye beans, which I have peeled nicely, and I'll leave a link to how I do that in the description box below so you can check it out. I also have some onions and scallion. I'm adding 1 Scotch bonnet pepper, water, and some salt to taste. So I'm going to chop up my onion and we will be adding that to the black eye beans and blending it into a nice smooth paste. I'll also be using half of my Scotch bonnet pepper. You may use more or less. It is totally to your taste. Next, I'll add my beans into my blender. To that, I'll add my chopped up onions and Scotch bonnet pepper. I'll add just enough water to help my blender. You do not want to add too much water because you don't want this to be runny at all. You want it to be a nice thick paste. I'm also going to add a bit of salt to taste. You don't want to add everything at this point. After blending, you can taste for salt and add more if you need to. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend it, and to help the blender I give it a little shake so that the beans can get to the blade and blend it into a nice beautiful smooth paste. And you can see it's looking nice and creamy, so I'm going to just get it off and pour it into a bowl. Just check out the thickness. This is perfect. So when blending, be careful not to add too much water. This is the perfect thickness that I'm going for. So at this point, you want to give it a taste to ensure that the salt is good. And I needed more, so I'm going to just add the rest, mix it very well, and we are ready for the next step. Always be careful with salt when using it in beans because you can always add more, but you can never take out. Next, I'll transfer this to my stand mixer and I'll be whipping it to incorporate air into our batter, which will cause our Koose to be very light and fluffy and also very crunchy. Now if you don't have a stand mixer, you can use your handheld mixer and it will do the job very well. Also, you can use a whisk, but if you don't have any of these, please use your hands. It works just as well. Okay, my sweets. So while that is going on, I'm going to prep my onion and scallion and I'm going to cut them into very small pieces and add it into the Koose mix once I'm done whipping air into it. And I'm cutting my onions very small because I want my kids to enjoy this, but you may cut them bigger if you wish.
Continental food, madam. Food, madam. International food cartoon. We'll show you how to make pizza.
So now I'll add some oil into my frying pan, heat it up very well because you do not want to add your Koose into oil that isn't hot enough because it will absorb a lot of the oil. And now we go back to our mix and oh my goodness, it has doubled up. I am in love. I only used the stand mixer today because I was feeling lazy, and now it is going to be my favorite. Oh man, just check out how light and fluffy this is. I love it. It is just perfect. Now that our batter is nice and ready and our oil is also nice and hot, using a tablespoon, I scoop it into the oil, and you can see how light, airy, and fluffy it is just floating on top of the oil, and that's exactly what you want. And you want to be frying this on medium high, not very high, but past medium, because you don't want it to be low to absorb the oil, but at the same time you don't want it to be high to burn your koose on the outside and the inside is still raw. So be very careful with the oil temperature. Once it's nice and golden brown, you want to get it out onto a paper towel lined plate or tray to get out any excess oil. Now I'll add in my onions and scallions into the rest of the batter, and I'm going to fold it in gently. You do not want to mix this vigorously to break all the air pockets that you formed in your koose mix to make it very light and fluffy. And we're going to repeat the process of frying until everything is nicely fried up. But the ones that I am going to enjoy have to be more brown, because you all know it's an igala feel. That is, I like my stuff to be very nice and crunchy, so I'll fry this batch a little darker, but it is totally up to you how you fry it. It can be light, it can be dark. Preferences, y'all. Preferences. It is ready. Oh my goodness, just look at how nice and beautiful this is looking. So I'm just going to get it out, and y'all know what comes next, right? Check it out. It looks absolutely amazing. I couldn't even wait for it to cool down. It's still hot, and I'm over here doing shakara with it. This Koose or Akara was making the whole house smell like heaven, I tell you. But don't forget to make your little pieces. So that is my favorite. As a kid, that's the only thing I wanted. And if I got regular akala or koose, I would take out the inside, get rid of it, and only eat the outer part. If you used to do that, let me know in the comment section below. And that reminds me, in my previous akala video, people were coming for me thinking I was trying to steal akara and turn it to akala, but that is what we guys call it. We call that one akala. It was cheaper and it was easy to make. You didn't have to take off the skin. And this one is koose. It's a little more work, more ingredients, so it was obviously more expensive than the other one. So if you had money, you bought this one. If you didn't have money, you bought akala. That's just what it was. So I hope I have cleared that up. That's how we call it. And now that it's nice and cooled down, just look at what the inside look like. It looks almost like bread, and I've heard you can actually enjoy this with bread. I've never tried it and I need to ASAP. But as for today, we will be enjoying it with some Hausa cocoa. If you missed this recipe, I'll leave a link to it in the description box below, together with a list of ingredients. If watching on Facebook, it'll be above the video. Yes, I am ready to dig in. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give your girl a thumbs up, share and subscribe if you have not done that yet. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to my channel. This is Sweet Ajele. Thank you so much for subscribing. And to the sweet team, y'all know I love you. Until I see you in my next video, stay safe, keep loving each other, and remember that the love of God and family is life's greatest blessing. And guys, ke onamini ochemi sweet mahabotu. Bye y'all.